Welcome everyone to episode 44 of DM Podcast. We're with Mick and Mark. We're talking about general taxi, Uber, general news about trade and what we've been up to personally with work, stuff like that. We're talking about a lot of articles that's gone live on DM News, so make sure you go check that out. And also there's a bit of private content gone live this week on the Patreon as well. So if you want to join the fanbo and come over to the Patreon, the WhatsApp group is now live as well, back open. So if you come and join on the WhatsApp group or on the YouTube membership, you get in the WhatsApp group as well and join the community in that sense. The WhatsApp group may close in the future though. So if you're listening to this now, 6 months later, it might be closed because we've got to regulate it a little bit. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So as per usual, let's have a little start with. I'm gonna go with Mark, try and get us focus, like a little Labrador.
I'm always
Mark,
focused.
You ready?
I'm focused.
Right, Mark, what have you been up to today? Sugar plum.
Just a bit of poober. No privates today. Went out
Ooh.
at 5. Took about an hour and a half for me to get a £8 job. Finished off good though. Finished off good, but yeah, that's it. Nothing else on.
What's your finish on?
I finished on the first hour and a half. I did £8 something, and I finished on £71.
What?
£71.
So you're on £8 in the first hour and a half.
Yeah, and I did about 60. What was that? 63 in the last 3 out, 2.5.
It's crazy, isn't it? You done all right. That was a nice save, that.
And I turned
we've
a lot
talked
down.
about this, haven't we? About the morning work hours is really, really reduced now, isn't it? Like the morning, super busy period in the morning's kind of gone short and short over the years.
Over the years, I used to come out at 5, and it used to be busy from day dot, from the very moment. Now it starts picking up around about 7, just after 7 o'clock now.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well, mate. But as we were talking about in the WhatsApp group the other day, is Ramadan will be affecting us, won't it?
Yep.
A lot of night drivers will be coming out on the days because of the religious stuff and all that. But the good news is, it's probably good news for the Muslims as well, because they're probably starving. Ramadan is over at the weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
And it's Eid.
Yep.
I don't want to pronounce that incorrectly, guys. Sorry. Eid, is it? It's on the Sunday/Monday. And then it's back to normal. And hopefully, Mother's Day, coming up to Easter, Good Friday, it's going to start rolling into the summer months, holidays, airports. It's going to start getting back. But it felt like this year, 2025, has probably been quite the slowest. It's had good spells, but it feels like quite the slowest start of the year for a few years, in my opinion. Especially with like privates and the way the general taxis have been as well. Do you know what I mean? Well, how about yourself, Mick? You haven't been out today, have you? But have you felt that this year's been a little bit of a slow start compared to others, or how are you feeling about so far?
I wouldn't know. I'd say it's pretty much the same, to be totally honest.
Oh, yeah? Do you reckon?
Yeah, it always starts slow, doesn't it? So I don't think you can judge it by it's slower or slow. Yeah, I don't think you can judge it by it's slower, because it's always slow at this time of year. So it's hard to say whether it's slower. If I went back and dig through the numbers of what I've done last year, January to March, to this year, January to March, I bet you it matches, and it wouldn't surprise me. It
just feels slower because obviously it feels slower every year. It's like everyone knows about it every year, don't they?
It still boils down to that thing of, it might be the fact that there's more drivers coming onto the taxis now. More people are getting on the taxis. Do you know what I mean?
We've talked about the fast tracker badges and stuff, haven't we? Compared to people leaving in the past, haven't we? Because back in the day, all the badges used to bottleneck, didn't they? So like as new drivers were coming in, it was limited, it was slow, there was delays. So then as people left, the new people come in, it was a nice fine balance. But now a lot of councils, not mentioning no names today, we're going to try and have a W-free podcast. What's called some councils now have streamlined the process, where then the balance is now off. More coming in and less leaving, isn't it? So it's an interesting few years, isn't it? Especially when the robo taxis come and stuff and we're all jobless. You know what I mean? So, yeah, are you gonna buy one?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think about it though, if you had the money, would you buy? If you had the money, would you buy a robo-taxi? Because then you just go, get out to work, taxi, and then you sit at home then and do whatever. I guess
If
that's
you
how
look
it
at it
works,
like
and you
that,
just
then
send the
probably,
robots out to work.
money for nothing, chicks for free and all that lot, but I don't know. You know what I'm like, I can't sit still, so probably not.
You'd be awful. You'd be awful, mate. I'm like that on the PS, mate. While the robo-taxi goes, Mick will be flipping flying planes or landing planes or telling planes to land. He'll be living his best life. And a little robo-taxi will be just out grafting. Do you reckon we'll see it in our lifetime or what?
No.
I know Elon's come out. I mentioned that in 2027, we're going to start producing them.
Well,
Did you see the expo we done a few months back? And they come out, there was no steering wheel in the car, just a screen. You know, with like those Waymo vehicles in America,
yeah.
there's still a car, isn't there? But there's no driver. The ones that he produced, just a screen and seats, no steering wheel, nothing. It's just completely empty, and the car just drives itself. I don't
Doesn't
know what's
need
going
one,
to
does it?
work.
At the end of the day,
What, sorry?
doesn't need one, so it'd be pointless making one with steering wheel, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
it should. At the end of the day, really, it should have a manual overdrive, shouldn't it? So it should have one.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Imagine if it's just parked up on the road. Yeah, there's roadworks or something, or the police have stopped it. No one can jump in the car and just manually overdrive to move it out the way or to thingy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it is quite important, the fact that it's got no steering wheel, like.
It just looked weird and all, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Are you looking forward to Ramadan end of March? For like, because you say it affects Sheffield quite so much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you've noticed it affects it.
Because going back on how quiet it is, I think that ties in, especially for Sheffield, it ties in why March was so quiet, because it's obviously been the whole month of March, isn't it? But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully get back to some normality. Whatever normality
Just when you
is.
can go out and earn a bit of money when you go out. Yeah.
But then I probably won't be doing as many Ubers, because hopefully the airports will start picking up. So,
Well, as we all know, April, May. But just before the summer holidays, you have 2 months of like people going away, don't you? That's avoiding the summer holidays. Then you have the summer holidays, which is a lot of bus work. And then after the summer holidays, you have a couple of months then of like the cruise goers and the couples going away, don't you? It's like the same again, trying to avoid the summer holidays. So we've got a good 5 months, have we? Is it
Yeah.
5, 6 months left
Yeah.
of airports? You know what I mean? It's been a bit quiet in Liverpool because Liverpool, it's been an international football break. And it feels like the city is a lot busier when there's Liverpool football at home. Do you know what I mean? A lot of tourism. You know what I mean? It feels like it's a lot more bustling. But while the footy's away, it just feels a little bit quieter, doesn't it? Because Mick, you've had a rough start this week, haven't you?
Yeah, I've already done. I've give up though. I've come home because it's that
You look
quiet.
like you've given up now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You look fed up, doesn't he?
If he lays any further back, you'd be seeing his feet like that.
I could go much further back. Trust me, I'm not
Do
that
you know
bad.
what? Defend Mick, we talked before we went live, he is suffering with hay fever. So even though it looks like he's been crying and he's fed up, it's because it's hay fever, not because he's crying and fed up.
R.I.P. Mick then.
I can barely open my eyes. Big
Do you know
stuff.
what, right? Hey, just I sit back, Mick. Do you know what, though, right? I don't really suffer much of hay fever, but I suffer bad of allergies with my asthma and stuff. And just say like it's a little bit dusty, whatever, it kills me. So the fact that you're getting this seasonally, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, mate.
It's horrible, mate, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly. I know some people who like really like crushing up Piriton and, you know what I mean, right for the summer. You know what I mean? Trying to survive because it's so bad, like. Honestly, it is rough. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But listen, let's break into the news a little bit, just to cover a few. We can either just bring it up and then we talk about it or not talk about it. But we've just been talking about robo-taxis, right? Have you seen the electric air taxis coming to Manchester Airport? They're going to go to Leeds and Heathrow, and also they're going to launch in Heathrow, and they're going to take them into the city of London, right? And the electric-powered air taxis, They look a little bit like a plane helicopter hybrid. They do go 200 mile an hour, and they say they can get you from Heathrow to London in like 8 minutes or something like that. Well, my question to you is, because obviously it's going to be a gimmick like the Concorde probably, but would you get in one? A 200 mile an hour electric flying taxi?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
You'd
not?
actually, why not?
I don't know, sounds flipping terrifying to be honest.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, there's a picture of it on DM News. Can you see that?
yeah, but it's basically it's just a plane.
I was just going to say, it's just a plane.
Well, it's like a plane with loads of propellers. Looks like a helicopter on its side.
Yeah, no brainer. I'll do it.
You definitely
Was that
experience
200 mile an hour
Come on.
electric plane taxi?
I'd love to fly one.
Oh, mate, imagine flying one. 200 mile an hour. Do you know how fast are helicopters? Like, how does it compare to a helicopter? Would it be similar speeds to a helicopter or?
Helicopters do about 120,
they
don't they?
I think top speeds around 180 knots, which it's not far. It's like 108. Yeah, it's not far off, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Helicopter typically between 100 and 160 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit faster than a thingy. But it'd be like a massive, it's like a massive drone, isn't it? Straight to Heathrow. But yeah, they're actually starting trials and stuff in Manchester. I think that'd be quite interesting.
Why
I don't know
Manchester?
if it's going to affect. What?
Why Manchester?
It's the biggest, isn't this like the biggest airport outside of London?
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. So they're
What?
starting one in, I think they're starting in London and obviously Manchester. Yeah, pretty sure.
Looks
Is
like-
it?
What are they going to use it in Manchester for? To get to London?
No, yeah, well, I think to London, but I think it depends on the it depends on the range, doesn't it? But on the article it mentions going to Leeds and stuff. And don't forget, I think these little fellas can drop off in cities. So maybe, I don't know, Manchester to Liverpool, stuff like that. Or Manchester to Liverpool Airport, shuttling staff. I don't know. Morning, Martin, how are we, kid? Right. Mick might know this because obviously he's a driving instructor to be. And Mark might know this because he's an ex-driving instructor. So, did you see the Wolverhampton car? Licensed Wolverhampton car with the plate on its back and everything, but with the red L plate.
Yeah.
So there's a learner spot. There's a Wolverhampton learner spotted, right? And everyone's gone mad over it because obviously they're taking a mix, saying bloody hell, they get the badge before they get the license and stuff like that. But yeah, what's the legality of that? I said I done a TikTok on it, and I said that with Liverpool you can't take the plate off. The only people that can drive my vehicle now is licensed drivers. So
Or
like Mick could
mechanics.
drive my vehicle if you sort the insurance out, but my wife can't and stuff like that. Is that the same in Sheffield, Matt?
Yep. The only people that can drive a private hire car taxi is a licensed driver, or police, a mechanic, but a family member can't.
So if your missus or your kids wanted to learn to drive, could you take them in your taxi and put an L plate on?
No.
So it was illegal then. Yeah, there's the picture if you can see it.
Yep.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's just, like you say, he's just let his missus drive, hasn't he?
It's bad though, isn't it? Oh God! But honestly, got people defending him. People in the comments. People in the comments defending him.
I think you should be able to use the car.
I wish I tried. Do you know what, mate? I tried. I even said I was even going to like kind of blag it because I can say I was going to try and blag it because I didn't do it. But yeah, what it was, my idea was to get both vehicles plated. Right. At the time, I had the Lecky car. I think my wife had a no. It was when I had the minibus. I was going to get myself a minibus, right? And I was going to get a car. I was get them both plated, right? And then I was share them with the wife. So just say she goes to work, she'll take the vehicle that I'm not using for the day, type of vibe. And doesn't matter how I looked into it, you just couldn't do it. You can't have two insurance policies on the same vehicle.
No.
Do you know what I mean? So then when I phoned my insurance, who's Acorn, I phoned him up, went and can I get my wife insured in a vehicle privately? And he went, no, the council won't allow it, so we can't allow it.
Why
Do
though?
you know what I mean?
Why is it?
Because I'm pretty sure because it's a licensed vehicle, isn't it? So it's legally,
But the
technically
thing
their
is,
licensed
right,
vehicle.
I get it if, I don't know, say if my wife took the car up to drive and she thought, sorry, I'll pick some customers up, I'll put Uber on and start doing it. You're not better to do it because when the person gets in and say, I'm supposed to be a Mark, you're what? You're a woman. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't mean working in it. I
Yeah,
just
I
mean
know
just
that. I
driving the
know that.
vehicle.
I know that. But I just think a car's a car, isn't it? You should be able to get in that car. Once it's
Just drive
insured,
it.
you put the name driver on it, and you can tell the insurance. Look, I know the insurance is specified. It's a taxi car, it's a private hire car. If I put my wife on it, you can say put it as like a normal insurance. Your name driver, but say she's not a taxi driver. She's a name driver. So the policy, the price, the insurance will probably go up, won't it? I just don't think why we
I
can't.
don't think your insurance will let you.
What?
That's what I'm
right.
saying. You just need to move with the time. How many people can afford 2, 3, 4 cars per household? There's 4 of you. There's 4 cars. Not many people do
Oh,
that.
I see what you mean. I
Do
see
you know what I
what
mean?
you're getting at.
So I might be going out there earning a living, coming back. We haven't got another car. I don't want to drive that night, but we're going out. My wife jump in the car and just drive.
Yeah, I think you could. I think it should be possible. It should be able to happen, but I think it should be the case of if she's driving that car, everything tax related about the car, plate, thingy, all has to come off it.
Yep.
All
Yep.
off. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
100% agree
Yep.
with you.
Yep.
100% agree with you. So you can remove the plate and it becomes a civilian vehicle.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to do.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And there doesn't matter how I looked into it. I don't know if different councils are different, by the way, guys. So please don't say what I'm saying is fact. But with Liverpool, they just weren't having it. And even when I phone the insurance, they were like, that's not allowed. When it's a licensed vehicle, you cannot remove the plate unless you get an exemption.
Yep.
So even yourself personally, by the way, me driving the vehicle, if I'm going away for the weekend, right, I'm still not meant to remove the plate and me driving. The plate's not meant to be removed at all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but Martin, you're saying if you're going to do it, take the plate off. You can't, mate, legally. We're not looking at Liverpool anyway. Hello, Mark. How are we, mate? Martin, in the same way, normal comp insurance policy doesn't offer third-party cover to drive PH on a domestic basis. Liverpool Council are getting rid of plates soon, apparently. I heard that, Mark. It's only a rumour at the moment, isn't it? But they're going for the TFL sticker, aren't they? Mate, I'm up for that all day. Have you heard about that?
No.
So we've got our big square plates on the license plate, but I think in London or other places they have a sticker in the rear window with the same information.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like a TFL sticker and say this is licensed TFL, and you have one in your windscreen. So the rumour is Liverpool's might be going down the route of removing the plate off your rear because you don't need it. I've got all the information in my windscreen as well, all my numbers on the windscreen. I've got 2 stickers on the windscreen. I've got one on the back. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you need. There's a lot of stuff that we just don't need no more, do we?
No.
But yeah, it's half that, Mark.
A lot of people use that to identify a taxi, though. You know.
I know. Have you noticed they walk around and read the plate before they get in it, like on Uber and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I think that's more registration. But if you're walking down or you see it pulled in further up the street and you look, and you're not looking at the reg at that point, you're just looking for the car, aren't you? And then you see the plate on the back of the that must be it up there. Do you know what I mean?
But don't forget, Mick, 10 years ago, mate, 8 years ago, all we'd look at is the magnets. No one uses them no more. They're very, very rare. People have them on no more.
No,
Do you know what I mean? So now they're looking at the reg or the plate. So
yeah,
it depends how things change.
You can't see the magnets from the rear, can you? But if you're looking at the back of a car.
Yeah. No, we get that. Well, that's what they say is they put it.
Do you have out in front of the car? On the windscreen?
Yeah, windscreen.
What?
Only on the Whittle.
No, we have them in the windscreen, don't we? Just not on the front grille. Oh, you want to put the front license plate, Mark?
No. In the windscreen, like what we've got like a little blue sticker, and it's got our
we've got that.
Our number on it.
Yeah, we've got it. We've got like a square plate, quite a big square plate with our numbers on. and with
Yeah, on
our
the back.
driver information as well. What?
Yeah, on back. Yeah, we've got that.
Oh,
We've
in the
got that.
windscreen.
Not on the windscreen.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. But also, you know what's fun? I got a bus lane ticket the other day from Warrington. Get them all the time. And when you email them and say, I'm private hire, they squash the ticket because legally you can work in there. But what's actually quite fun fact is, like what Mick said with the Will, did you say, Mick? In Warrington, they have a front plate on the license plate as well as the back.
Yeah.
So they have a front on the license plate, a back on the license plate, and then they have the sticker as well in the window or whatever.
Right.
But their bus lane cameras, to see if it's private hire, looks for the front plate. So when it hasn't got it, you get the fine. So then when you send over your thing, you say, I'm a private hire, you squash the fine. Do you know what I mean? But that's what just give me the idea of the front and back plates. Same as well, there's a bus gate in Liverpool. I think it's the one in front of Lime Street, Mick, isn't it? And if you are exempt, so you don't have your back plate, you'll get a fine going through as well.
Yep.
And then you've got to fight it. And I've heard mixed about it. I've heard some they allow, and some people have said that they've had to pay the fine. You know what I mean? Because obviously when you're exempt, you can have the magnets, the plate, the stickers all off. It looks like a normal vehicle. So you get the fine through because it's meant to be for private hire only. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, work in America, they don't have plates or magnets. Yeah, mates, they don't have licenses either. I was actually speaking to an American about that the other day, and he'd have like DBS checks and stuff, but they're not licensed. They're not like private hire or nothing like that. Just normal people. Because when I've used Uber in America, I had people like smelling the weed and that on the way home from the factory, just giving me a lift, me and the family a lift. Must have been taking them on the way home. It was a mad experience, American Uber, mate. Honestly, that's why you hear all the horror stories. I think it's just normal day-to-day people just giving people lifts. It's mad.
Like Uber Eats.
Yeah.
That's literally Uber Eats in America is literally for people. It's crazy, mate, honestly. Talking about America and the taxis and stuff. Have you heard about, I know obviously you're not a fan of Tesla's, Mick, and I know you're not a fan of Elon, but this I think is a bit naughty. A lot of drivers are getting 1 star in America if they drove a Tesla. Or obviously I know the Tesla's getting destroyed, and so I seen a video of someone walking past the Tesla, and put the fingers down the throat and threw up on the side of the Tesla as they walked past it. Like extreme. Because obviously what people don't realise is the Teslas record 24 hours sentry mode. Everything's going to get caught on camera if you don't damage a Tesla. Do you know what I mean? So all these videos are going online now, and all the Tesla groups are like the damage and everything else. But yeah, drivers are actually getting 1 star. Uber drivers are getting 1 star because they're in a Tesla. Do you agree or disagree with that, Mick?
Saved you right for driving a Tesla.
No. I knew it, you know. You're a flipping scumbag, like people's livelihoods getting destroyed here.
I wouldn't do it personally, but
I bet you would.
Honestly, no. I reckon it's bad, mate. Imagine getting deactivated off Uber because Elon Musk, who owns 12% of Tesla, has peed after your country off. Do you know what I mean?
Do a Hitler salute then, should he?
What?
Wouldn't have done a Hitler salute then, should he?
The thing is, though, it's not Barry's fault who lives in Texas who works Uber part-time. Is it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Don't
Do you know what I
mean? Still finding it funny.
Oh, you're horrible, you, Mick. Horrendous you are. Hopefully on your logic side of the podcast, what do you reckon, Mark?
Pathetic. That's all I've got to say.
It is, though, isn't it?
It is what it is, isn't it? Who gives a flying monkeys?
I don't agree
Exactly.
with it, but it's still funny it's happening. Stop people buying Teslas.
It just
Mate,
shows you what's
mate,
wrong
yeah.
with this world. People flipping doing that over what?
One
Over
guy.
what?
One guy being on autism, being on the L spectrum. Honestly, right, George, mad, right? Well, what people don't understand it, you reckon people's cars and stuff, right? But Elon's already sold that car. He's already got his money. He's not getting nothing from the second-hand market or people who own the car. And they're literally destroying just people's cars. Like the guy, honestly, I'll try and find the video. The guy that literally ballied up, put 2 fingers down his throat and threw up on the side of someone's Tesla as he was walking past it. That's
You'll probably
extreme.
find that person
That is
living
like
that's got issues.
that is extreme. No, I watched a TikTok of Elon doing this. Now I'm gonna go and throw up on every car. What's going on? Oh God. Oh, Mickey getting slagged off now by dinner lady. Oh, one sec. Should have zero star option for Teslas. Shut up, Martin. My insurance dropped by 1,100 quid. Why? Because you've been away for 3 months. So how's that work? And dinner ladies put the only time I've ever seen Mickey happy is when when people are getting their car vandalised. Why are you happy about people getting cars
I'm not
vandalised, mate?
happy. I'm just find it funny.
Yeah. Thanks for getting involved. Dinner ladies are Hackney, by the way. Are you still on the Hackneys, dinner lady? Because what's called used to always give me hassle, dinner lady did, because I used to use the term taxi. But technically, I should be using the term private hire. Is that right, dinner lady?
Well,
Let me
we're all
check.
taxi drivers.
Whoa! Mark, you are a private hire driver, mate. Jesus, lad, don't want to pee off the Hackneys.
And do you know what I also come as? A bush. I'm also a bush.
Why?
I don't know. Feel like being a bush today, so I'm a bush. I might be a tree tomorrow.
Oh, mate. Raf, are you still in here? Right, I've done an article on it anyway on DM News. Go check it out. So Raf, one of our members, he got we used there when he got the 2-star review on Uber, like the feedback report, because the customer felt unsafe for the pickup location.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Did you see that?
You picked it.
The customer
Why is that
picked the
even an
pickup
option
location.
on Uber though?
What?
That makes you wonder why that's even an option on Uber.
Exactly.
Oh, that you can actually put that option in, unsafe
Yeah.
pickup.
Yeah, because
It must be there for them to say select unsafe pickup. Do you know what I mean? So I blame Uber more than
Oh, mate, you book like, yeah. Let me book an Uber for this road.
I'd understand if it was unsafe drop off.
Yeah, 100%, because you can get dropped off the hard shoulder or whatever.
Do you know what I mean? Or someone's just dropping off, like just following the pin, and the pin's like, I don't know, right on a pedestrian crossing, for instance.
Yeah. Well, I said to Rafa, when can you remember? Did you pick up in like any serious places, or like was it sketchy, or you went no? You went, I can't remember anything that stood out to me about an unsafe place. So more than likely, it'll probably be a passenger trying to look again, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Because back in the day, you could look at your ratings, couldn't you? And go, oh, I'm doing good, me, I'm 4.9 or 5-star. When now it's pointless, because the amount of fake reviews we get is unreal.
Raf's probably pulled up on the left and they've had to run across the road to get in.
Yeah,
and they've come in on the right side.
Yeah. I get you.
So
I know they've had to run off the road.
So instead of us like just following the road rules, you know what I mean? We'll pull up on the left and you come to me, rather than us crossing over into on-way traffic and pulling up and blocking the on-way traffic.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know from him. He's waved, so he's in here. We need to know.
Raf's in here. No, I asked him. When I done the article, and he said he can't remember.
Oh, right,
he can't remember any specific. Because don't forget, when you get the review view, it could be from a day or two ago, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Or like I've noticed, I've had like a pound tip like 2 weeks later. You know, like they've opened up the app again to book. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So imagine someone's
I always like to send me thanks for me tips, so I always go back at the end of the week.
Try and
send them sometimes, or at the end of the day, I'll see if I've had any, because sometimes it doesn't even notify you that you've had it.
Yeah, I you say look back, but only 1 or 2 minutes. You don't get many tips on Uber, do you?
No,
get a couple
I still like to send me thanks.
No, I always do, mate. Yeah. SK driverless Ubers within 2 years in London, not looking good, mate. I done a news article on it because I heard about it. I've done the research. There's a company, the company in Waymo or something like that, the driverless cars in America. So what happened with those driverless cars in America, mate? They are like human and robot controlled, right? To a certain degree. So the robots control the sensors and there's human input with how they work. The ones that are coming into London in the next few years are complete AI cars. The cars learn and adapt themselves. There's no human interaction, what I read online. And that just sounds like an iRobot type of vibe, to be honest. You know what I mean? It literally, the cars that's coming to London, what they called? They're called like Weebo or Freebo or something like that, or something Flea Flow or something. Bebo. Bebo or Beebo. But yeah, the company out in London, mate, they've come full AI. Literally complete self-learning,
To talk about
which I
driverless
think is
cars, me personally, I just can't see how it can work. It's too much.
honestly, mate.
It's too much going off on roads, isn't there? It's just
Yeah, honestly, I went to one the other day, and human beings were struggling with the road layout. You know, with the temporary traffic lights and the cones. Humans were struggling with it. Do you know what I mean?
Where's that famous? Have you seen that famous video? It was done about 2 months ago, I think it were. It were a driverless car. It was a Tesla. We were going down the road, and a gentleman fell into the road, and the car's gone like that and had a head on.
Yeah, we've seen that. It was a few weeks ago, that one.
Yeah, so it's
So he missed a person, but the
Ran into
AI
the car.
couldn't. Yeah.
Can you imagine a driverless car going around Liverpool in the month of March with all the roadworks?
That's what I mean, mate. I went in the other day, mate, and it was flipping. It was carnage, mate.
Every road has nearly got a lane closure.
Oh yeah, Ben's just confirmed. Ben's down south, one of our members. I've seen a Wave. That's it. Wave AI car mapping in Watford. Honestly, it's flipping legit. It's coming, like. Yeah, that's it there. 29th of Jan, I posted on it. Fully AI-driven driverless cars. London Wave, the AI revolution.
I
The
do reckon
article's on there.
we will see it.
I reckon, 100%. I reckon we'll see it. I reckon I'll be able to book a driverless car soon in my lifetime. I just don't think it'll be mainstream. Even in America now, the Waymo and all them, they're still a gimmick. When I go to America in December, I'm going to book one. I'm going to book a Waymo just for A, content, and B, experience. But yet there's still going to be a gimmick. Just say in 5 years' time, you'll see driverless cars in London streets, right? It's still going to be 0.5% or 0.1% of cars on the road. It's going to be a gimmick for the next 20 years.
Yeah, but the thing
Do
is,
you know what I mean?
they won't move because if you've got a robot car driving down the road or trying to get out of a junction, and you've got 100 people driving along their own car, you're just not going to let them out, are you? It ain't going to happen.
No. There's a video of them in an alleyway once in America, and there's 4 Waymos in one line. Yeah, and the traffic was dead busy, nose to nose, and the AI car wouldn't pull out and cut the traffic up like humans would, and there was a traffic jam of them because they couldn't come out the traffic. Do you know what I mean? So
just imagine, right? Say Liverpool were playing, right, and then you've booked a taxi. You'd be waiting for about 6 weeks, waiting for a taxi to turn up because the car won't get to you because of the traffic.
See the one where he was doing donuts in a car park? Did you see that one? He got in a driverless car.
Kept going round, didn't it?
The car couldn't get out the car park, so he was just done donuts for 10 minutes and he had to phone support like that going, the car's going on, man. I don't know, I can see it, I could see it coming, but I just can't see it being like, when you watch like, what's that film with Sandra Bullock and Sylvester Stallone? Demolition Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you're the seashells and you can't swear and you
every time you swear, got a ticket.
Yeah, that's it. And you need a boggle so you swear. Those cars, the futuristic cars and stuff, I reckon you'll see more of them. Do you know what I mean? But I just can't see it being like every car being driverless. I just think it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? We've got driverless robotic robots that hoover up your house. How long have they been going on for? And how many people have got one? Have you got one?
No.
Have you got a robot flipping Hoover? I haven't. I've got a general Hoover. I've got a Henry.
If I got one of them, my dog would munch it. It'd be dead in minutes.
That's my whole point. The technology's there. It's active now. It doesn't mean that everyone's going to jump on and get a robot taxi.
Yeah. It's an option.
Johnny Cabs from Total Recall. Exactly, Andy. Oh, God. I've seen a wave here. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. Thank God for Trump and Elon stopped the boats. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, so self-driving car will end up taking the tube route. Yeah, probably, mate. Turn left down, flipping. Turn left down, and flipping train station route. Oh, mate, telling
I
you.
think that's killed Mick. You're right, Mick.
It's Matty's reaction because I read that comment before and thought the same thing. Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in stuff like that, Nick, on the podcast. You know what I mean? Oh God. Oh, right. Listen.
There you go, dinner lady. I'm happy over something else now.
Oh God. Listen. This is serious, by the way. Breaking news. Everyone, stop and concentrate. Now, all jokes aside. You know what? You know what happened to John? Bradford. I thought this was a joke. Anyone watching now, can you please confirm? But John, one of the members, dropped off
Clean
in
air.
the Bradford airport, and he had to go for the clean air zone in Bradford. And if you don't know, if you know, Bradford, the clean air zone, more or less all taxis have got to pay. He's in a diesel minibus, but I think all taxis got to pay, other than electric cars. Everyone's got to pay there. Quite strict. And he went through, and it's £7 he had to pay. And then he had to drop off at the airport. It's like another £6 or whatever. And he contacted Uber, and Uber said, no, we're not reimbursing you. The articles on DM News, all the information on DM News. But Uber said, no, we're not reimbursing you for the clean air charge due to policy changes. Now, myself personally, I don't know how it's affecting London. Please, if someone's in London, are they still reimbursing you for like the clean air zone and the low emission zones and stuff in London? Or Birmingham, stuff like that. But like, is that a joke or is that a joke? Because I'm guessing they never added the £7 onto the fare, did they?
The thing is, Leeds Bradford Airport isn't in a clean air zone. John come back through a different route through the clean air zone.
No, he went. He passed going to it. He just followed the sat nav going to it.
It was on the way back. He said, I don't know whether I'll get reimbursed because it'll be on the way back. Because it's on the way back that I come through it. It took me through a different route.
Which one are you on about though? Because he did say.
I know he's done two, but
that's
the
what I mean. I'm
I'm
pretty sure he got reimbursed for one, and he never got reimbursed for the other. Do you know what I mean? But they said on the Uber message,
not in the clean air zone.
Hey, maybe it's because of that, because the drop off, he could have physically drove around it. Because what they said on the actual message, I've got on the article, it literally says, due to policy changes, we do not now reimburse clean air zones.
Yeah, that might be that. I mean,
you know what I mean? That's the only thing that sparked the interest to it. If you drove through it afterwards, then you can kind of go, well, do you know what, for driving through it afterwards? But it was the message from Uber that got me.
I think the uproar would be a little bit bigger with Would I heard about it if that was the case, though, because London would be up in arms over that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So do you reckon it's just one of those Uber staff members didn't know what they were doing, just replied to him incorrectly? Possibly.
Yeah.
Right there. Sorry to hear about the difficulty you faced here. Clean air zone reimbursement policy has now been changed. Any of the past reimbursements that has been considered have been made in error. We do apologise for any inconvenience here. Appreciate your understanding. There's nothing else further we can do to assist you. We're closing this message. That's what they said.
There's definitely, we would have heard about that.
Yeah. Now, listen, I know you've got the, in London, you've got two, haven't you? You've got the clean air zone, and then you've got the congestion zone.
Yeah.
Haven't
you've
you?
got the ultra, haven't you? The ultra zones are you've got to be electric car to go through them.
So the ultra low emission zone is the clean air zone outside of London. So in London, they call it the ultra low emission zone, and outside of London, you call it the clean air zone, but it's the same thing. Then you've got the congestion zone, which is more the traffic-based one.
Just scrap it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Rafa's just said, saw it the next day on Facebook group, the same bullshit reply from Uber to another driver. So it possibly could be starting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing is, right, if they're changing their policy,
maybe some of the London lads might be able to comment. Well, sorry.
The thing is, right, if they're changing the policy, right, but we all know that Uber, when you accept the job, you put navigation and it directs you, doesn't it? What happens if they actually direct you through that? You don't know the area and they drive you through it. Do you get me?
So I mean, they've got to reimburse you because they definitely don't throw it on the fare
Because
they've never threw it on the fare.
Because
Do you
if
know what I
you,
mean?
if you, because I've been caught. I've been on the exact road from him. I took someone to Leeds Bradford, and I had managed to pick up. So I actually went that way, and I got a ticket. I didn't even see it. I got a ticket, paid it. So what I do now is, if I do that route again, I know not to go that way. But you just put in your sat nav, avoid tolls. It avoids it. But if Uber then
Adding
says
miles onto the journey, then
it does. But then if
Yeah.
Uber then puts a thing into their algorithm that you avoid all tolls, how are your guys going to get from A to B? Because you go through a lot of tolls, don't you? You go through tolls over the bridge and that lot. So if you were going from A to B and in the quickest route or the shortest route is through that bridge or under that whatever tunnel, whatever it is you go for, but they bring in a policy and they turn around and say, right, you've got to avoid that, but then you go like 50 miles out your way.
Oh my God, mate! If you were in the city centre of Liverpool and you go to Birkenhead, you'd have to go down probably 10 miles, 11 miles to the bridge, over the bridge, and then back up probably another 13, 14 mile.
Yep.
So I'd say, 28-mile round trip for the 1 mile bridge. It is. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, yeah, with their Ben's replied. Thanks, Ben. Uber have never reimbursed London congestion charge, but they pay an extra £1.50 per trip that starts or finishes in the CC zone. Right, okay. ULEZ, most vehicles doing private hire in London do not pay ULEZ anyway. Fair. Congestion charge is £15. So if you go in, you try and do another 10 plus trips to cover the charge. Oh, crap. So if you go in the congestion zone on Uber, one fare, and then you get one job out, you paid the £15, but you only got £1.50 off Uber.
Yeah, but the thing is, what he's saying is, I think what he's saying, yeah, no, but what he's saying is the same as Sheffield. Us drivers, we don't get charged, but if you like a worker and you go in, you get charged. I think that's about £15 for vans and whatever. But if you can go in as many times as you want, I think that's what he's getting at. If you go in once, you get charged £15, but they reimburse you by £1.50. But if you do 10 trips, you'll get all your money back.
£15.
So so you only get charged. Basically, it's a £15 a day charge, isn't it? You can go.
So that's what he's saying. So Uber gives the fares a £1.50 surcharge for being within that zone.
Per trip, yeah. So if he did 10, he'd get his money back.
So you could benefit. So if you spent all day in that congestion zone, then Ben, you could clean up then, couldn't you? Get £1.50 on every job, and you do 20, 30 jobs. You're benefiting then, aren't you?
Yeah.
But the only issue is the negative. If you drop off in the congestion zone,
if you do it once,
you get a follow-on job to like outside the border, and then you go home or you get other jobs elsewhere.
Yep.
Then you've been stung by £15, haven't you?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be a bit complicated, that, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Myself, I'll just avoid the congestion zone, mate. I think if it's busy enough, would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rough scenario, that. Because obviously, if you're going from A to B, the passenger can't pay £15, can he? It's not his fault that you need to pay the congestion zone. Yeah, mate, that's a bit naughty, that, you know.
It is tough, like, but I suppose they've done it the right way, haven't they? Anyone that's in there, you get charged 10% of the charge. Do you know what I mean? It's 10%, isn't it?
You've done the right choice, I think, because you couldn't charge a customer £15 every job. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a counterbalance, isn't it?
Yeah.
If they charge the customer £15 every job, every London taxi driver would be in there paying £15 charge and staying there.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Ben's, but if you do 20 jobs, you make extra, but the traffic is a nightmare. Yeah, so you probably couldn't even do 20 jobs, could you? Because the traffic's that bad. Because I'm guessing the congestion zone is literally right in the centre of London, isn't it? It's not even the outskirts.
That's what I mean. So you, as a driver, you probably just avoid it by all cost, wouldn't you? It's one of those areas that's going to be heavy with traffic anyway.
But you know what's mad, though? The clean air zone gets charged to the customer. So why doesn't the congestion zone? So, like, if you're dropping off in Birmingham and the Birmingham charge you a clean air zone for dropping off, it's a one-off charge of £7-8, isn't it?
No, but what Ben said makes sense now that they've to change their policy that they won't be paying it anymore. because he's
And that's, do you reckon is that because of people just doing one job in Birmingham, saying getting £8 off the customer?
Well,
Possibly.
I think it's more of a case of like it move with the times now. If you're not in a clean air vehicle, get in one.
That's why they've changed. That could be why they've changed the policy to force your hand a bit more.
Could be another reason, yeah. But at the end of the
We're
day,
lucky. We don't have a clean air zone.
It's a 68 plate
you will
diesel.
eventually.
Passes the clean air zone. My diesel, my minibus passed it. It only has to have AdBlue on it.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
No, the
Not
Ultra
Bradford.
one doesn't.
No, not Bradford either.
No, but
John's in a 19 plate Vito, mate.
A Manchester one that's coming in Manchester Airport, it passed that one. It passed 90% of clean air zones.
Yeah, just Bradford it doesn't. But also, what's going on? The Manchester one's gone now, hasn't it? They've already come out and said that they've got an agreement now where they're going to have more push for electric vehicle buses and stuff to reduce the rate, so they don't have to have a clean air zone.
That's definitely not going ahead because it's all.
I think it's been postponed again because Andy Bourbon or whatever his name is put a plan in, and they've semi-accepted it now. So I think going forward, I think that's getting squashed now, Manchester. How are we live? You all right, mate?
So John's just been unlucky in that particular thing, because every other one he would have went through, he's clean air anyway.
Yeah, but what happens if? Yeah, obviously we're being selfish with that conversation. But what happens if you live in Leeds and you're an Uber driver and you get a job from Leeds to Bradford?
Drive round it.
No, I mean, what if you've got to drop them off in Bradford? They work in Bradford. Do you know what I mean? They don't do the £1.50 fare thing like they do the concession zone. Obviously, I'm guessing you can't charge every customer £8 to go in. So what are you going to do? The drivers going to have to take £8 a day on the head if they work in Bradford.
It might be just a day thing, though, isn't it? So if you do,
no, I think it is. You get £7. It's like the congestion card, £7.
He must be.
I'm just going to look now.
It's £7 for the day, isn't it? So if you work around there, you do 10 jobs. It's like in London. They probably
but they might have that, Matty, because his job didn't start or finish in there.
Yeah.
So obviously I've got no charges anywhere.
You can do 20 jobs and get 150 quid. £1.50 per job on top.
What's your Mark? You're in a hybrid, aren't you, Mark? What's your reg or Mick actually? You're in a settle car, aren't you? What's your reg, Mick?
Fucking hell, I forgot it then. MD73 FFL.
FFL. Because you're in a hybrid. Yeah, so you're fine for Bradford. It must be just all diesels now. So
yeah, I got done in a diesel.
What?
I got done in my E-Class on that exact same road.
What's your E-Class reg? It's gone now, isn't it? What's your E-Class reg?
GU69 WFT. G for golf, U for uniform, 69. W for Willie, F for finger, and T for tube.
Right. So that May was a definitely had blue in it. It was diesel. It was Euro 6.
Yep.
Bradford, mate. There you go.
£7.
Every clean air zone outside of London, there's no charge except
Bradford.
Bradford. And Raf's just said clean air zone 100% cancelled for Manchester. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard, mate. I heard we've got a new plan now. So what the clean air zone is meant to reduce the emissions within this boundary, isn't it? That's the whole point of the clean air zone.
Yeah.
Obviously, the money as well. But that's the whole plan. So Andy come out and went, instead of making this clean air zone, can we just reduce the air pollution by this plan? And he accepted it. So I think he's changing a lot of buses to electric, maybe Hackneys for electric, stuff like that, to try and reduce the pollution of the city. And as long as you can reduce the pollution of the city, doesn't need a clean air zone, do you know what I mean?
Are they trying to make all Ubers down in London electric?
What's that?
Down in London, Ubers and that lot. Are they trying to make them all electric down there?
Yeah. I think they're
Is
going
there
to
a
be
date?
now.
Because obviously every new Hackney's been put into London, it's got to be electric, innit?
Yeah, Uber aims to have all their vehicles in London be fully electric by the end of 2025.
But is that Uber or London? Is that Uber doing
Uber.
that? So they're doing it
Yeah.
off their back. It's not London telling them. It's not a Sadiq Khan saying it must be, like they have done with the Hackneys.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Uber wanting it.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just
If
having
they
a
do it in
Google
London,
now.
it's eventually going to be everywhere, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, we're always just a few years behind, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know one thing that does me head? I don't know. Uber Green isn't even in Liverpool,
Well,
and it's not even in Manchester. It does me head, doesn't it?
not in Liverpool either.
I know,
Good.
because Uber Green is the same price as Uber X, but you're guaranteed an EV car. But if you look at an EV car, you're going to get a nice, new, decent driving car, aren't you? Guaranteed. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to book a car, you're going to try Uber Green first, aren't you?
Yeah. I don't think they'd
So
be
it's a
able
bit
to
silly
do.
that it's not. It's
I
what?
don't think they could ever do full electric in Sheffield. Because did you know? I'm not sure if you knew, but Sheffield was built on 7 hills. The electrics will be going.
Seven Hills, Belfast, I've heard.
Well, yeah. Surprisingly, it's built on 7 hills. Yeah, they're going uphill or you're going downhill.
No, I get you. Mark Fraser, the phonic alphabet, I can hear the rest. It would be around. Oh, it'll be around new car sales being all electric by 2030.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's in the UK, that though, isn't it? The 2030, or did it get pushed? It was 25, it got pushed back to 2030.
Yep.
Best thing today has been seeing Nick laugh so much. Yeah,
Oh.
honestly, mate, he's not a miserable git all the time, you know. Just sometimes.
I was just thinking that to myself. Am I that bad?
Do you know what I mean? Mick,
It does look like you want to smack someone all the time, though, mate.
He's a hard nut to crack out, Mick, isn't he? Raf's just put, is Mark mad 7 hills, really?
Yep. But you know that.
Even by text, you can tell he's being sarcastic. Oh, God. So what have we... Oh, yeah. Matty, London taxis are petrol range extended, i.e. hybrid. Oh, same as my thoughts now. TfL currently, since Jan 23, must be electric or hybrid. Oh, my God. So since January 2023, all vehicles must be electric or hybrid.
All right.
That's private hire, isn't it? Wait there. So how is our Uber? Our Uber's full electric. So I guess, can you be a diesel Uber driver then, or what? Lad, don't be bringing footy in, lad. We just had made in the WhatsApp group.
You want to join that WhatsApp group, you know, if you're a big footy fan.
Oh, God. Yeah, we had to move the WhatsApp group into a separate one for footy chat, haven't we?
Mark's fault.
What?
What? Now look at that now. Look at this. Now the normal members only chat's got 2 messages. The footy chat's got 16, and you 2 are here. So I don't know who's been chatting about that footy group, mate. Oh, God. Listen, what are we eating here? What time is it? An hour and 5 minutes. I think more of the subjects. Have you got anything else to talk about? What are you up to for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna have some lunch and then
What's an Uber?
yeah, go for a few hours, wash my car, and then my daughter's gonna hoover my car out later.
Why is your daughter doing that?
To get her out of her pit. She's still in bed now, so what?
Oh, so you're just gonna whip it in outside, girl?
Yeah,
Get hoovering it.
I'll pay her. I'll pay her.
How much you pay?
Fiver.
How much are you charging, Isabel? How much are you charging to use my car?
20 quid.
20 quid.
Full valet.
Did she say 20 quid? I told you, didn't I?
20 quid? Bloody hell, mate. Take it down to the corner, mate. To be bad at tenner. Full valet.
She does a good job, though, bless her.
Fair enough.
How
about yourself, Mick?
That as well.
What are you up to for the rest of the day, lad? Flying planes, landing planes?
Me? I'm going to have a game of darts.
You have a game of darts?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. I got 2 privates this morning, so I'm already on 90 quid today, so I am going to focus on this crap, podcast and
it's not crap.
news and stuff like that. So that's
Shock
me
horror.
done for the day. What?
Shock horror.
What?
What's
Me always Me always working. You listen, guys, right? Listen, we can do this while we're on the podcast. These all
He's
call
got to
me
be the
lazy, right?
most deluded person I've ever known.
He is, isn't
Who,
he?
me?
He goes out and does 2-hour shift. Oh, God, great stressful that. Oh,
Hello.
oh. Well, like, shut up.
He goes on about getting paid minimum wage. The amount of hours he puts in on this YouTube must be a penny a minute. Must be a penny an hour that he's paid.
No, I don't, it's all about progress and working towards building it, lad, isn't it? You know what I mean? You can't build a flipping empire from flipping driving flipping Uber, can I?
Why not?
So,
Why not? Get paid more money, and money will make you do what you want.
time, no, innit? Time, you need I need time to work on it. Like I said, we're filming the podcast now, you two go away. And I've got a good few hours of flipping downloading, editing, and getting it all sorted. Do you know what I mean? I've got a list of news articles to write. Obviously, which I don't get paid for, but it still takes time. Do you know what I mean? I've got to do other bits and bobs. Got to pre-record some TikToks. I've got 2 YouTube videos I've got to try and sort out. Got to film all the graphics on that. It's all like obviously not getting physically paid for it, but it's still still classes as work. Shut up, Andy. God's sake, man. Honestly, it's not how bad as a dock road set up in every new ground. It is carnage, Liver. It is carnage. Airport runs. Yeah, I've got a couple this week. Quite busy next week for Aintree. Getting better. Heathrow closed. I didn't pay. You've been off you lads did. Rome wasn't built in a day, Matty. Thank you, Liver. Thank you. So what happens is, Liver, let me tell you a little story, lad. He sat down, yeah? Who's in here? 18 people. Let's all sit down and listen to a little story to Uncle Matty, right? So I get called lazy because I'm not driving the cabs. But I'm still working on other bits that I'm currently trying to do and build. Okay? Look at me, but yeah. But all I'm trying to say, I don't get no credit for the stuff I do outside of driving the taxis, that's all. You just think I'm just at home playing the PS5. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. All right? So shut your flipping face. And Andy, shut up as well, lad. The accountants just put, can anyone else hear those violins from Matty? Does anyone know does anyone want to know great accountants in Liverpool? Yeah, not Andy Neri. I'm only messing Andy. He's a good accountant, really. Yeah, listen, nice. Do you want to end it here now? Do you want to end it? You happy? We're all good? Mick, go play some darts. Mark, go back to work. Not like he got anything else to do. And I'll catch you all later, guys, yeah? Thanks for tuning in. And obviously, follow on all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram. You can watch this on YouTube, Spotify, you know the score. Check out drivermatty.com. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you again to Mick and Mark. And everyone who tuned in on the live as well. Thank you very much. See you soon. Love you. Bye.
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 Bye.